Tell me about the Cardinal Foundation.
Okay. The Cardinal Foundation, it's a California incorporated nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization. It's approved by the IRS in the state of California as a charitable organization. And its focus is in helping to foster an appreciation for early coinages, including providing educational information, displays, say, such as this one right here, of early copper. There have been displays of early dollars and the display of a half dismy some time back. A number of displays around the country for the public to get to see and experience the early coins of the United States. There have been books published. There's information available on the web at www.earlyuscoins.org, where people can go and get resources, links to other resources to learn about coins. So it's a way for the people to get to see things they might not otherwise see, develop an appreciation for things that they didn't know about.
And you were recently involved in the transaction of the $1794. What was this coin that was purchased? What was the price, and why did you buy it?
Okay. Well, the coin was the $1794, which was the first year that silver dollars were minted within the United States. And it was actually the first silver coinage minted by the United States in 1794. This particular coin is graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service as Specimen-67 and designated as having a mint-inserted silver plug, which is a unique method of planchet preparation. A number of silver dollars, flowing hair silver dollars from 1795, have silver plugs in the center of the coin, and it's thought that that was used to adjust the weight of the planchet upwards to be the correct weight. Well, this is the only known $1794 that has that same silver plug, but it's also the only $1794 that's labeled as a specimen strike. And when you see the coin in the holder, you're immediately taken by how incredibly well struck it is and how flawless the surfaces are. When you see the coin out of the holder, you see that it really is a specimen. The surfaces are as mirror-like as any dimple Morgan dollar you've ever seen. It's spectacular. It's a black and white cameo contrast. Just amazing. Unquestionably the single finest known of a very small remaining number of the $1794. I estimate there's maybe about 150 left. This is the single finest one. It's also, by comparing die strike characteristics, it is the single earliest struck of any of the ones remaining to exist. And because of its characteristics, very, very likely to be the single first silver dollar ever struck by the United States. So a truly, truly historic piece, beyond just being an amazingly high-grade representative of an amazingly important, scarce, and popular issue.
Now, it's my understanding that the coin was not actually for sale.
Correct. It was for sale several years ago, say in 2003, 2002 into 2003. A collector who called himself the Knoxville Collector, the Knoxville Collection, had this amazing collection of silver coinage, a type collection. And included in there was a representative of every U.S. silver type, of every denomination. His representative for the flowing hair dollar was this 1794 flowing hair dollar. So not only did he pick the tougher year, flowing hair dollars were minted in 1794 and 1795, 1794 being extraordinarily more pricey and scarce. So not only did he go for the scarcer date, he went for the single finest one that existed. Phenomenal collection. Well, that collector decided to sell the collection, and several parties expressed an interest in it. Ultimately, it was dealer Steve Contursi who was successful in acquiring that collection. Well, and over the years, the ensuing years, Steve sold a number of pieces from that collection. He recognized the dollar for how special it truly was, and that was his coin then, not for sale. It was his private museum piece, and to his credit, he did not hoard it. He did not put it in a vault and hide it. He took it around the world, allowing people to see it and appreciate it. And he invited people that had some research and expertise on those coins to examine it closely. I was honored to have the opportunity to be one of the people to examine it closely and actually hold it right in my hands, in my own two hands, and see it outside the holder for all of its incredible quality. And so since that time, I've always had a tremendous affinity for the coin. Steve has never offered it for sale. But as things change, I've always stayed in contact with Steve, always kind of made the comments like, one of these days when you're ready to sell, I'd certainly like to be one of the people with the opportunity. Circumstances just happened to work out that he ultimately had a willingness to sell, and we were able, with the help of Greg Roberts from Spectrum Numismatics, to hammer out a deal, and I'm proud to say it now belongs to the Cardinal Collection Educational Foundation.
And what was the final price of the coin?
The final price that has been published is $7,850,000. And just as a point of clarification, that does not include the brokerage commission to Spectrum Numismatics. So yes, that is a real number, $7.85 million.
And how high do you think coin prices can go if something like this, with this rarity, trades at this level?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, I think the sky's the limit, depending upon, multiple factors: the quality of the coin, the scarcity of the issue, the popularity of the issue, as well as economic factors or declines in economic factors, making people look to things such as tangibles and rare coins as a safe haven for their money. Several people have told me that that's an amazing price because it's not the rarest of coins, and it's not the most famous of coins. Many people may have heard of a 1913 Liberty nickel or an 1804 silver dollar and be familiar with the fame of those and not be familiar with the fame of the 1794 dollar. And I would have to agree with that. Certainly dealers from the early 1900s, say B. Max Mell, he hyped the $1804 and 1913 nickels to create the fame they have today. The $1794 haven't had the benefit of that type of marketing over a span of decades. So conceivably, the best of those could exceed this price. There are certainly some incredibly rare gold coins, the $50 half unions that are unique and in the Smithsonian. If the Smithsonian ever held a sale, those would bring monster numbers. So I see this as a good thing for the industry, a good thing for the hobby. Maybe some incentive for people who have squirreled away important coins and not been willing to sell them to maybe contemplate it, maybe make it available to a new breed of collectors.
Is there anything on your hit list? What's the next one you're looking for?
Wow, that's a very good question. This particular coin is kind of like the purchase of a lifetime. It's something that really, maybe once in your lifetime you get that opportunity. Taking advantage of it, pleased with that. Not quite sure what would be next. That's a hard act to follow.
Congratulations on the coin.
My pleasure, thank you.